Question number 3 from exercise 2.3, and I had copied this expression wrong from the book. This is actually 7 plus 3x. The polynomial which we want to check is a factor or not for the second polynomial given to us. And what I've done is I have represented this polynomial, the one we need to check is a factor or not, by gx. So I'll just do the correction here. This is 7 plus 3x. And accordingly, when I take it equal to 0, I get the value of x as minus 7 by 3. And for the polynomial for which I want to check whether or not this gx is a factor or not has been represented by px, and this polynomial is 3x cubed plus 7x. So I want to check whether the remainder is 0 or not. So I'm just going to find out the remainder using the remainder theorem, and that will be obtained by substituting the value of x obtained from gx equal to 0 in px. So I will be calculating P of minus 7 by 3. And this I think will not be 0. So this will be 343 minus 343 by 9 minus 49 by 3. And this is not going to be equal to 0. So you can solve it by taking an LCM, and then you will see that the answer, whatever is not equal to 0. So after this, you can just write down, since the remainder is not 0, therefore gx is not a factor of px. Maybe you have already done this. All right. So if anyone's not writing down, shall we just take up the next exercise then?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Please.
You're writing down?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
3 multiplied by minus 7 cube should be 1029.
I've actually cancelled it. Like it will be 27 in the denominator. I've cancelled that 3 with the denominator 27. So I've reduced it side by side. You're talking about this value over here. This will be 3 multiplied by minus 343 over 27. So I've cancelled this. That's how I've written.
Written.
The next result that we have is factor theorem, but we will come to it after we do a few questions from the next exercise. As such, it's just, I would say, a modified form of remainder theorem. The result actually is the same. The result actually is the same. I will get back to this after doing a couple of questions. So right now I'm going to start with the exercise 2.4. It's on page number 42, I think. 43, page number 43. So first question is, determine which of the following polynomials has x plus 1 a factor. So the polynomials given to you in the parts will be represented by px. Those are your dividends. And the polynomial which you want to check is a factor or not will be taken as gx. And I think after this, you know what you want to do. You would be taking gx equals to 0, find x, and then put the value of x in px, and see if the answer is 0. If the answer is 0, gx will be a factor, and if the answer is not 0, gx will not be a factor. This is what we want to do here. So let's write down. Now, the same question has been asked again in question number 2, but in question number 2, you have different values for px and gx and all parts. In first question, only the dividend is changing, but the linear polynomial, which you want to check whether it's a factor of the polynomials px or not, is the same.
It is a factor.
So let's take gx equals to 0. From here, we will have x equals to 1. And now we are going to find p of minus 1. This is the remainder. So we have minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1, which is 0. So since the remainder is 0, yeah, you will write down that gx is a factor of px. I'm just leaving this for you. You can, I think, do this part yourself. This is very simple. Then third part, I think, can be done on your own. We have, and again, we have gx equals to x plus 1. So I'm going to let you do these two yourself. And I'll be doing part 4th with you. To simplify this, you can either open the brackets first and then solve, or you can do it simultaneously. Like I've directly substituted the value of x here. Be a little careful when you open this bracket. The bracket that contains these terms, be a little careful because you have a negative right here and a negative here. So this negative will make this negative positive. And then you can solve. This will be minus 1 plus 2 plus root 2 minus root 2. And the answer will be 0. Okay, I've written wrong here, right? This is plus 2. If you're doing the homework right now, please let me know. I need to wait because I will be moving to the next question otherwise.
Yes, ma'am. Please wait.
Okay. Actually, question number 1 and question number 2 are exactly the same. So you will be following the same method for question number 2 as well. I can just do this with you by the time you people are doing this. So from here, we'll be taking gx equals to 0, which will imply that x comes out to be -1, and evaluate. This will be 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. The answer will be 1 not equal to 0. So in this case, it's not a factor. X comes out to be -1. We have this will be 1. After substitution,
Ma'am, what you have done here in the fourth part while solving px, when you have put the value p equal p minus 1.
we wanted
Then,
to
ma'am, please explain.
I have actually used the value directly without opening the bracket. If you think it will be easier if you simplify this, or if you write the polynomial px as this. So you will be multiplying, like this will be opened using distributive property. So you'll have -2x plus root 2x. You can do this way also. You can now substitute x if this seems easier. What I have done, I have used directly in the brackets. Now the -1 which is multiplied with this 2 plus root 2, वो -1 की वजह से आगे वाला जो नेगेटिव साइन है वो पॉजिटिव में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा आपका. If I had to rewrite this, let me just rewrite over here. So I can just simplify. This will be -1, this will be +1. And I'm going to change the order. Multiplication is commutative, so I can change the order. And now you can solve. These will get cancelled and you will have.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
After this, you can solve. Or you can always expand your polynomial wherever you see a bracket. You can expand it and then you can solve, like the way I have done here. उसके बाद आप पुट कर सकते हो x की वैल्यू. अगर आपको ऐसे इजी लगता है आप ऐसे भी कर सकते हो. You will have done enough questions to realize which seems easier and which is actually easier. So जब आप exercise कर लोगे, chapter हो जाएगा, तो आप automatically you will be able to look at a question and see whether you want to open the bracket or not. But do take your time initially when you're doing this, because polynomials में बस यही होता है. The way I made a mistake, I copied a value wrong and I could, copy a sign wrong, and उससे मेरा आंसर गलत आ सकता है. So just be a little careful. Because you people are there, you let me know, ma'am, there is a mistake, like you copied wrong. And in your case, it will be realized after I evaluate your answer sheet. Has everyone completed this question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes,
we
ma'am.
have only part 1 a factor, and I think in all other we have not a factor. Is that correct? In question
Yes,
number 1,
ma'am.
right? Okay. So in question number 1, we have x plus 1, a factor of the given polynomial. In rest of the questions, it's not a factor. Remaining parts, second, third, and fourth one. Similarly, we are going to do the next question, question number 2 of the exercise. This time, the polynomials are changing in every part. So I will just show you the question here. We have px and gx given differently. Like this is the first part. And you want to check whether or not gx is a factor of px. So the method will exactly be the same you have followed in first question. So first of all, you can just write down px and gx as given to you. And gx is x plus 1. And I'm going to follow the same steps. Take gx equals to 0, x plus 1 will be equal to 0. And from here, I get the value of x as minus 1. I'll be putting this value in px. This is the remainder obtained when px is divided by gx. I hope by now you have understood how we are using the remainder theorem. And it can also be used to check whether or not linear polynomial is a factor of another polynomial whose degree is either 1 or greater than 1. Anyone with any questions? So I'll be leaving the last part for you to be done on your own. And after this, we are going to take a look at what factor theorem is. So factor theorem, as such, the statement is given here. I'll go over the statement once and then I'll explain how it is to be used. So you have, if px is a polynomial of degree n greater than equal to 1. So I hope everyone knows how to read this. This is n greater than 1 or n is equal to 1. So when you want to write down this together, you write this way. N is greater than equals to 1. So there are two relations or two conditions applied to n, which is actually the degree of the polynomial. So degree of px should either be 1, that would make it a linear polynomial, or the degree should be greater than 1. This simply means that the polynomial px is not a constant polynomial. Then a is a real number, so a is a constant. So a is a constant here, any constant. Real number means any number which you are aware of can be used in the real world. So we have a constant here. And what we say is, हमारे पास जो polynomial है, उसमें अगर हम a को use करते हैं, if x equal to a is used in px, Now I'm writing in detail only for you to understand what this is. If you want to note this down in your book or your copy, you can do it. So we have a polynomial px जो constant polynomial नहीं है, either it's a linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial या उससे higher degree का हमारे पास कोई polynomial है और a कोई constant है. तो अगर हम polynomial px में x को replace करते हैं by that constant, px में हमने x की जगह पे a use किया and we get PA, ये जो रिप्लेस करके वैल्यू आएगी इक्वल्स टू 0, तो हम क्या बोल सकते हैं कि x इक्वल्स टू a से जो पॉलिनोमियल बनेगा, इससे पॉलिनोमियल फॉर्म करने के लिए व्हाट यू वांट टू डू इज यू वांट टू ट्रांसपोज द कांस्टेंट फ्रॉम RHS टू लेफ्ट हैंड साइड. सो दिस लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल is a factor of px. This is what we will say. I'm going to take an example to help you understand. Let us say px is x square minus 1. Let us say we have a polynomial px equals to x square minus 1. I'm going to use x equals to 1 here. So if I put x equals to 1, I will see that the answer comes out to be 0. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And till now we have said कि अगर आपके पास ऐसी कोई वैल्यू है जिसको अगर आप पॉलिनोमियल में सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दो इन प्लेस ऑफ द वेरिएबल और उससे आंसर 0 बन जाए, then what we can say is this value 1 is actually 0 of px. वेरिएबल की वो वैल्यू जिससे पॉलिनोमियल का आंसर 0 आ जाए, उस वैल्यू ऑफ वेरिएबल को हम बोलते हैं उस पॉलिनोमियल का 0. ये आपने प्रीवियस एक्सरसाइज में किया था. एंड व्हाट आई कैन डू फर्दर इज आई कैन फॉर्म अ फैक्टर यूजिंग दिस 0. सो द सिंपलेस्ट वे वुड बी, जो आपने x इक्वल्स टू 1 लिखा है उसमें सारी वैल्यूज को एक तरफ ट्रांसपोज कर लो. सो यू गेट x minus 1 equals to 0. So this linear polynomial that you can see will be a factor of px.
Why should we write x minus 1 is equals to 0?
Because x minus 1 equals to 0 will give you the value of x as 1, which on substitution in px will make it equal to 0.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? अगर हम x minus 1 लेते हैं, ये हमारा डिवाइजर हो गया, इसमें से हमने x की वैल्यू निकालनी है, इसमें से x की वैल्यू आएगी 1 और जब आप वो पुट करोगे px में तो वो 0 बन जाएगा, which tells के रिमाइंडर 0 आ रहा है. If the remainder is 0, that means जिस polynomial से आपने begin किया था with that particular polynomial is factor of px. So ये यहाँ पे जो भी मैंने बनाया है polynomial, this polynomial is gx. The divisor.
What is the difference? Factor theorem and remainder theorem.
There is no difference. There is no difference as such. Remainder theorem is used to find out the remainder when a polynomial is divided by a linear polynomial. उसका सिर्फ इतना पर्पस है. लेकिन जब हम फैक्टर थ्योरम यूज करते हैं, व्हेन वी नो कि इससे डिवीजन करने पे लाइक देयर इज अ वैल्यू व्हिच ऑन सब्स्टिट्यूशन, नाउ वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट डिवीजन बाय अ लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल है, वी आर सिंपली टॉकिंग अबाउट कि हमारे पास कोई पॉलिनोमियल है, डिवाइजर दिया नहीं हुआ, लेकिन हमें कोई ऐसी कांस्टेंट वैल्यू मिल गई जिसको जब हम अपने पॉलिनोमियल में पुट करते हैं तो पॉलिनोमियल 0 बन जाता है. तो उस कांस्टेंट वैल्यू से हम एक फैक्टर बना सकते हैं अपने पॉलिनोमियल के लिए, वो फैक्टर थ्योरम है. जब हमने रिमाइंडर थ्योरम यूज की थी, हमें बताया गया था कि हम किससे डिवीजन कर रहे हैं और जिससे हम डिवीजन कर रहे थे उसमें से हमने x की वैल्यू निकाली थी और पॉलिनोमियल में पुट करके रिमाइंडर फाइंड आउट किया था. लेकिन in case of factor theorem, what we do is we try to find out a value on our own. That means we are going to find out a constant जिसको अगर हम अपने पॉलिनोमियल में पुट कर दें तो आंसर 0 बन जाए, और अगर हमें ऐसी कोई वैल्यू मिल जाती है तो उस वैल्यू की हेल्प से हम खुद ब खुद अपना एक फैक्टर क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. That would mean that linear polynomial that we create is a factor of the polynomial given to us. That is what factor theorem is. And it's just one way. Like we will be using it the other way around as well. This is the first part of your statement here. If I take you back to the theorem written in the question, if you look at the first part, let me just zoom in a bit. So this is what you have. अगर हमारे पास कोई पॉलिनोमियल है जो कि कांस्टेंट पॉलिनोमियल नहीं है, लीनियर क्यूबिक क्वाड्रेटिक हायर डिग्रीज का पॉलिनोमियल है, और हमारे पास कोई कांस्टेंट है a, और जब मैंने ये कांस्टेंट को px में यूज किया तो मेरा आंसर आ गया pa इक्वल्स टू 0. इफ आई गेट दिस, अगर ऐसा होता है तो मैं क्या बोलूंगी कि x माइनस a इज अ फैक्टर ऑफ px. दिस इज फर्स्ट inference of factor theorem. Then the second inference is, अगर मुझे बताया हुआ है कि x माइनस a फैक्टर है px का, तो उसमें से अगर मैं x की वैल्यू निकालूं और अपने पॉलिनोमियल में पुट करूं, the answer will be equals to 0. Let me know if the first part is clear. कि फर्स्ट पार्ट में हम ये बोल रहे हैं हमारे पास कोई पॉलिनोमियल है और हमने कोई कांस्टेंट ढूंढ लिया, जिस कांस्टेंट को अगर हम पुट करते हैं इन प्लेस ऑफ द वेरिएबल तो पॉलिनोमियल की वैल्यू 0 बन जाती है. तो उस कांस्टेंट वैल्यू से हम एक फैक्टर क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. Is this part clear? Anyone who has questions with what I'm saying or is not able to follow what I'm saying here?
Please repeat.
Yeah, sure. Let's just take another example here. So let's say we have a px equals to x square, excuse me, plus 5x plus 6. Let's just, I think let's change the sign here. This is given. This is the polynomial given to us. Now I am looking for a value of x जिससे px का आंसर 0 बन जाए. You could think of that number by trial and error also. So let us say x is equal to 2. I'm taking this value on my own. So by using this, if I just evaluate, I get the evaluated answer as 0. By trial and error, just by guessing, मैंने x की वैल्यू पिक की और वो वैल्यू जब मैंने px में रिप्लेस की है, मेरा आंसर 0 बन गया. राइट नाउ फैक्टर थ्योरम ये कहती है बिकॉज x इक्वल्स टू 2 से p2 0 आया था. On using x equal to 2 in px, I got p2 as 0. So what I can say is इस कांस्टेंट वैल्यू के आगे आपने x माइनस अटैच कर देना है. This will be a factor of px. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Anyone who has any questions?
No, ma'am.
This is one way, like ये पहला inference है. आपके पास फैक्टर थ्योरम के 2 रिजल्ट्स हैं. ये पहला रिजल्ट है कि आप एक कांस्टेंट वैल्यू से अपने पॉलिनोमियल का फैक्टर फाइंड आउट कर लेते हो. The second inference is, अगर आपको फैक्टर ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है तो हम क्या कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं. Now I'm going to write this down here. This is the
Any number.
I'm sorry. Yes, you can take any number, but we will be using only those numbers जिससे आंसर 0 बना था. आप ट्राई कोई भी वैल्यू कर सकते हो, लेकिन यूजफुल सिर्फ वही होगी जिससे आपका आंसर 0 आया था.
मैम
Yes.
मैम ट्राई करने के लिए जो लास्ट में कांस्टेंट टर्म है उसके फैक्टर्स लिखने के बाद उन्हें पुट करके देखें तो हो
Yeah,
जाएगा.
that's one way of doing it. We use in cubic polynomial factorization. बट राइट नाउ आई एम जस्ट स्टेटिंग व्हाट फैक्टर थ्योरम इज. अभी हम उस पे नहीं जा रहे कि हम कांस्टेंट से ही ट्राई करते हैं. आई जस्ट वांट टू एक्सप्लेन व्हाट फैक्टर थ्योरम स्टेट्स. सो फैक्टर थ्योरम से हमें ये पता चलता है कि यू कुड ट्राई एनी कांस्टेंट वैल्यू इन योर पॉलिनोमियल. आप कुछ भी पुट कर लो x की जगह पे, लेकिन यूजफुल सिर्फ वही होगी जिससे पुट करने पे आपका आंसर 0 मिला था. सिर्फ उसको आगे आप फैक्टर में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हो, हर वैल्यू को नहीं कन्वर्ट किया जा सकता. आई थिंक अर्शप्रीत वाज आस्किंग दिस. Anyone who has questions regarding the first part of factor theorem? All right. Now the second way in which factor theorem is used is जब हमें पहले से बताया हो कि आपके पास कोई पॉलिनोमियल है और उसका कोई फैक्टर एग्जिस्ट करता है. So let us say you have been given px as the same polynomial which is given above. So I have got this. And I have been given that gx, which is x minus 3, is a factor of px. This is given. अब मुझे ये दो चीजें दी हुई हैं. Then what can I conclude? From gx, find x. That would mean we will be taking gx equals to 0 and then we
X
will
is
obtain,
3.
yeah, x will come out to be 3. I'm going to write that on a side here. So x comes out to be 3. This is the conclusion part. And what will happen after this? I will be putting this value of x in px, and that value must be equal to 0. This is the conclusion.
Ma'am, must be equal to 0 means the value also should be 0.
Yes. Yes. Even if x is equals to 0 and you want to put x equals to 0 in the polynomial, तो आपका आंसर 0 बनना चाहिए, हर हालत में बनना चाहिए, because उन्होंने बोला है कि वो फैक्टर है. वो बोल रहे हैं कि फैक्टर है. अगर फैक्टर है तो रिमाइंडर ने तो 0 होना ही है, हर हाल में होना है. सो आपने जिससे डिवाइड किया है, जिसको आप फैक्टर बोल रहे हो, मीन्स उससे अगर डिविजन की जाती है तो रिमाइंडर 0 आएगा. So what we will do is the polynomial by which we want to do the division, उसमें से हम x की वैल्यू निकालेंगे, उसको अपने polynomial में पुट करेंगे और we can write that value equal to 0. चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं है, हम लिख सकते हैं, डायरेक्टली लिख सकते हैं. So I am going to just show you that because this is later on to be used in the questions here. So if I had to conclude, like this is what's given to me. Once again, I've been given a polynomial px, x square minus 5x plus 6. Along with that, I was given that x minus 3 is a factor of px. So using factor theorem, I could conclude that the value obtained from this factor, ये जो factor कहा है x minus 3, इसमें से जो value आती है x की, if this value is put in px, this is to be equal to 0. I can just write it in the beginning. I'm not going to check it. I know it for sure. Let me explain to you with the help of an example here. Let us say you have px equals to 4x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus k. This here is not a variable. Actually, it is representing a constant. And I have been given that x minus 1 is a factor of px. This is given to me. I want to conclude a result from factor theorem, that would mean from this factor, find x. So what I'll do is, I'll be taking x minus 1 equals to 0, I get x equals to 1. And if I use this value in Px, that would mean P1. This is what I can conclude. So that would mean this is what I'll get. And just help me do this. Help me replace the value of x in Px given to me. So I'll have 4
4 into 1 cubed plus 3 into 1 squared minus 4 into 1 plus k.
Yes, Vidhi, you can do that. But if your question says you have to factorize with the help of factor theorem, you will be working with the help of factor theorem. Means you have to think of a 0 and then you have to convert it into a factor. So as you can see here, मुझे जो चीज दी
is
थी,
minus 3.
yeah. So from here, I will be able to find out x. This is how the second part of the factor theorem helps me solve a question. So from here, you will be getting